I'm good. I'm all right. Yeah. How are you?
I am also good. Yeah, this is the usual moment where we say hello and then wait to see. Is it happening? Is there a Twitch chat? Let me move.
Oh, is that? Yeah. Are there people? Oh, okay. Yeah. Great.
Yeah,
Live now. Watch now with two viewers apparently.
amazing. I think that might be
Oh
us.
no, it's lying to me. Yeah.
And that's almost certainly you and me.
Ah, there we go. Yeah, that's
Which
it.
is like turning up to a gig and counting yourself in the number of the audience. I should have been a last mate. Oh, they were like, six people. Was one of them working a sound desk? Yes. Was one of them
Yes.
compare? Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
And the other one on the door. Yeah, I think I see what you're saying.
Mm. A strong six.
Yeah. Very strong, sis. Ha. So how are we doing? How's the week been for you?
Good, good. In terms of real life or in terms of chess life?
Either one.
Yeah.
I mean, we
Either
we
one.
got totally snowed in here.
Oh, of course. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, it was not that bad down here. I mean, what are we talking? Inches?
Um, we're talking inches, man, or
Oh,
centimeters.
shit.
Depends on your age.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, no, it wasn't kind of unpassable, but there were an awful lot. I had a gig on the Friday night, and coming back from the gig was like, holy shit! This like coming
Oh,
through
really?
blizzards, and if you stopped too long at a red light, there were all these temporary red lights they didn't have
Oh, right.
sensors on them, and at kind of 1 o'clock in the morning. They just
Hmm.
never change, and you're sitting there and you're just watching snow
Oh,
build
my
up on the
God.
bonnet of your car. And you go, "Oh, yeah."
And you
So
just
yeah,
have to go for it.
yeah,
Right.
and there were all these
It's
lorries
even
near
more
Rochdale
dangerous.
that were sort of stuck in the snow that got sort of taken off the road and stuff. So it was kind of extreme. And then a
Hmm.
load of power cuts a couple of days after that. But we were not
Oh.
actually affected. Our house wasn't affected. I don't think.
Right, okay. Yeah, were you anywhere near that storm?
Yeah.
Mm.
And also, I had
Yeah.
the Saturday night. I was supposed to be doing gigs in Hartlepool.
Right.
A couple of gigs sort of up in the northeast,
Mm.
and I sort of had a word with the promoter. You know, when you don't want to pull the gig, but you're going, this God, driving back last night was quite
Right.
dangerous, and if this is
Right, yeah.
worse, that could be really
Mm.
bad. And he went, well, listen, we're checking access on the roads, but I understand if you don't want to do it, your safety comes first. And I went, well, I mean, I don't want to drop you in it. And he found
Mm.
out that another comic, Matt Reed, who lives up in the northeast, couldn't
Right.
get down to his gig in Sheffield. So Matt
Right,
could do my
okay.
gigs, and I just contacted the gig in Sheffield and went, well, I'm free. So we swapped gigs basically.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah.
That was quite nice.
Oh, that's good. And then what? And Sheffield was a lot closer.
Sheffield is a bit close. Sheffield's a little more than an hour away, but it's south.
Right. Right.
So it's in the
okay.
opposite direction, so we weren't sort of going up into the storm.
Yeah. Weren't heading into it. Oh, fair. Ah.
So yeah. Chess wise, how are you doing? Is this still a road to 1200, or have you surpassed that?
Yeah,
now?
I think so. Oh, right. Yeah, no, I wish I'm already 1500. No, I was just trying to pull up my statistics now. Yeah, had like got back into the 900s.
Okay.
And then had a couple of bad games, and then I'm just on. What am I now? Oh no, I'm 901. I'm still in the 900s.
Okay.
So I've climbed back into the 900s. I got up to what was it? No, I got further than that. Last 7 days. All right.
Remind me, where did we start when we first started doing these?
We got up to 911, and we started. Oh yeah, definitely for the viewers as well. I think it's 30 days. That doesn't seem right. 30 days, 90 days. Yeah, no, that is right. Yes, we started at 740.
All right. So that's still okay. That's cool. That's still a cool 150 points plus.
Yeah.
So 161 points. So not quite. I was hoping you'd get 150 every week, and then like about what's the difference between us? About yeah, about I'm not able to do any maths here.
Mm.
About 8 weeks in, now you start coaching me, and then like,
And then I'm going up against Magnus in a month. Yeah.
yeah,
Um,
if he's not doing anything else.
yeah. Yeah, no, yeah. So that, but obviously how ELO works, right? Is like as soon as you start winning, it starts putting you against tougher and tougher, or tougher and tougher,
Yeah.
opponents. But also, I've looked in my messages as well on chess.com, and I've like didn't realize how much points I've gained back because of the system detecting cheaters.
Really?
Which reinforces my idea that everybody at my level is fucking cheating because they're doing moves that are if they feel like they're losing, they'll just go straight to the engine.
Oh,
Like
so they don't cheat all the time. They just cheat when they feel desperate.
they just cheat when they're losing.
Because
Like,
I was gonna ask, if you are cheating, why are you rated under 1,000? Like,
yeah, exactly, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, but I think because they like if you're getting like 90% accuracy every time, they just boot you immediately. So I think, but anyway, I don't know. Anyway, it's just probably there's, but if chess.com is detecting so many, there's got to be so many more flying under the radar. If you get what I mean?
Yeah, I think they've got sort of clever algorithms how they do it. Which I don't know. I don't know what those algorithms are.
Yeah, well, I don't know what they are either. Yeah, but yeah, it depends. Yeah, but like if you're stupid with it and you're getting 90% accuracy in every game, it's pretty easy to, for chess.com to pick it up.
I don't think 90% accuracy is enough for them to say you're cheating. There,
no, so I mean, like,
I quite
sorry,
regularly
90,
get above that, but
I mean, like 97% accuracy, above 90%
okay, that's
accuracy.
yeah, that's pretty scary.
Mm. And
that's interesting. So I'm saying, Mike Seneca, sorry, I hope I'm saying your name right. Yeah. Hate cheaters in the online gaming community. They cover the whole spectrum from COD to Tetris. God, imagine cheating at Tetris.
How? How?
Bring your own blocks.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, how do you cheat at Tetris? Yeah. Because
I guess you can
holding those long pieces, that's a tactic. That's not cheating. For later use.
Joking.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Oh, that was.
That's completely. That is completely. Oh, there you go. Yeah, 2 comedians fail to spot joke from audience.
Jokes.
Right. Should we get to some chess?
Oh, God. Yes.
Because I thought, here's another thing that's happened to me this week. I played an over-the-board game.
What? Like a real life game?
A live game, yeah.
Right.
Playing for a chess club against another chess club.
Mm.
So I thought we could quickly go over that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Cool.
So you're in the study now on Lichess?
Yeah, and it looks like I'm synced, and it's.
Has it just reversed the board for you?
Oh, I might have not noticed. I'm with the white pieces at the moment.
Okay, maybe that didn't change for you. If I make a move, can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was black. This was a game I played.
You were black, okay, but you just moved a white piece, yeah?
Yeah, I mean he still had to make moves.
Oh yeah, so I've got you up on Twitch now. I can actually see your screen. Okay, cool.
Oh, okay, yeah. But if you watch me on Twitch, you're going to watch me with a bit of a delay.
No, sorry, no, I'm not going to watch you on Twitch, but I know it's working. Yeah.
Good, excellent, good to know.
Yeah.
So he played e4, and I. What's really funny about this is I had got an email from the guy who runs the chess club, and he said, "Right, here's who you're playing. He plays this as his first move," and I went, "Thank you very much." And I spent the entire day learning and revising my opening versus this, which on the plus side, I'm now really well prepared against this opening. But then we arrived and went, because of the snow, a lot of people haven't been able to make it, so he played this guy instead. I went, oh, shit.
All preparation out the window.
Yeah. So I played a guy, Chris Edwards was his name. I haven't looked up what his rating was.
Right.
But he opened this way. So I did this. He brings the knight out.
Yeah, it's a very classic, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I've been the knight out. We've not really done much on openings with you, but we will at some stage. We'll try and
Mm.
build you a repertoire, probably slowly over time. He brought this knight out.
Mm.
So I brought this knight out. I don't know if you've seen this before.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I would get this more in my games if I didn't play the Vienna Gambit and Caro-Kann. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's called the Four Knights for reasons that no one understands. So it can now go a few ways, right? There's a few main ways for it to go. This, which is called the Scotch variation of the Four Knights.
Mm.
There's this, which is called the Spanish variation of the Four Knights.
Okay.
All quite logical. He didn't play that. You can also do this. You can play something that's called the Gleck System.
Right.
Which is also not bad. They're all very solid, and you know, for black it can be a struggle to sort of get anywhere.
Yeah.
There's also a very natural move, this one, which I would have thought you're likely to see a lot.
Yeah.
At the low levels. This is an inaccuracy. I don't know if you know why.
Because they can just double move because pawn take knight take because
you can draw arrows, right?
oh okay, cool.
I think.
Why is it an inaccuracy if you do that why you win a knight? That's fine. Don't know.
Yeah, I mean it's connected.
I don't know why. I don't know why. No,
it's
why is it
connected to the D5 break. There's a trick. It's just called the fork trick, and it enables black immediately to totally equalise the game, if not get a little bit better.
Right.
It's this.
Okay. Because you're fork. What are you forking?
Nothing yet, but when the black, when white takes this back, pow.
Oh yeah. I hate this.
Oh, have you seen this?
Just this pattern. I avoid at all costs. Like this one, and because you could also put a knight on there and fucking whenever I see this, I panic.
Right, yeah. Well, what most people do at lower levels, anyways, is take this because they realise they're losing. You take back, and they do that, and they've got some idea. Well, I'm gaining time by hitting the queen.
Yeah,
which is true in a way, but they're gaining time by putting the knight back where it was.
Yeah, right.
So there's not much gain. I generally play queen a5 here, and then follow up with putting the bishop here, castling queenside, and you really quickly get a pawn storm attack. Anyway, this is sort of beyond the scope of this game.
That's why that's an inaccuracy. But then from here,
here, what? There's another possibility.
Wow, so you've actually sacrificed. Sorry, Nick. Sorry, trying to get my head around this. So you actually sacrifice a knight, just to get this fork, which
the fork wins a piece
only after losing a pawn you gain one bishop.
Well, you sacrifice a knight for a pawn, so you destroy white's central pawn, but you give up a knight. He takes back.
Right. Yeah.
You get your other pawn in the centre.
You lose a pawn, so you've lost 2 pawns and a knight so far.
No, you haven't.
And you only gain a bishop.
No. You've gained 1 pawn and lost a knight. Now you lose the pawn.
Oh, sorry. Yes, you've gained a pawn. Sorry, I'm being Yeah.
So you're not winning material, but you've destroyed white's centre, and you've also you've now got the 2 bishops. Both of them have open lines, which is lovely.
Right.
Okay. And a really easy game. So black is better here.
Yeah.
And black should not be better after 6 moves of the opening.
Right.
It means something's gone wrong. And what you can do as white, if you want, and people do this all the time, is rather than is realise you've fucked up. You go, oh, I see what he's going to do. Fine. Well, if I'm going to lose a piece back, I'm going to do it this way.
Yeah. Okay.
That's very common. So black takes back.
And then you take the knight. Yeah.
And a lot of players.
And now he can't castle, can he?
No, black can't castle, but it's still better for black.
But you can manually castle. It's still better for black because you do that.
Yeah, so you've got this massive pawn centre. And a lot of people will go, check. King just hides away there.
Right.
And now already white can get into trouble, right? If white just castles here, boom, hitting that knight. And if that knight moves, this knight is hanging from the queen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So it's easy to be much, much worse as white very quickly.
Right.
So again, without getting into the exact theory of it. Anyway, that's why no one after a certain level plays bishop c4 unless they particularly like those positions for reasons best known to themselves. My opponent didn't do any of this. My opponent played bishop e2.
Right.
Without much thought. And I just went, oh no. I just thought, because I'd went, I'm just going to go into some system that he knows like the back of his hand.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean? He'll know these positions incredibly well. And I'm going to have to work out where all the traps are, and I'm going to use up loads of time. And he's going to think for 30 seconds every move.
Oh, great. Okay.
You know, so this is going to suck. But on the other hand, I also thought that is not the best move. There's no way.
Yeah.
He's saying knight, suggesting knight d4 here. That's an interesting move. I guess this is the position you're talking about. Could do that. I would prefer not to move a piece twice in the opening unless we're getting something very good for it. If he takes this, what do we do then? What, queen e7? I'm not quite sure I'm seeing the point. Stick the engine on, see what it thinks. The engine thinks white is basically winning after just pulling it. Oh yeah, because there's this. This needs to be taken care of. So if you take here, take back, and it's just an extra pawn. That's just an extra pawn, sadly, for white. Plus your queen's awkwardly placed. You can play this, but I think he can just castle out because after
This if you did knight d4.
Yeah, takes just to demonstrate. You can't take back because queen rook e1 and you're losing your queen. So yeah, I've got to say I didn't look at 94, but I don't think it's good. The move I made is the computer's top choice. I played d5.
Okay.
Which is the move. If you're black in these positions, you can get away with d5. You're probably doing all right. Although it's still a little worrying because you're a bit less developed, opening at the centre. But so he takes, I take back.
Right. Yeah.
And he castled.
Okay. Is that an appropriate time to castle?
Yeah, it's probably the best move.
Yep.
So this is interesting point. What to do now? Well, I've got to finish developing. The computer actually likes taking here, and after here, pushing the pawn, which I looked at, and I saw, yeah, the knight's got nowhere good to go. Doesn't want to bring it back there, right? He can't go there or there because the queen's hitting it. So kind of, unless he goes back to e1, he's giving me a pawn. But in this position, which I saw but didn't go into, I just felt like, but he's castled and he's got a bishop out. My queen's in the middle, and I just feel,
Right, yeah.
I just feel like I'm sort of asking for it. And also, a position like this, does he know this really well? You know what I mean? Is this some trappy thing?
Yeah.
So I just thought I'm gonna be quite conservative. What I want, because he's castled and I'm not. My king's in the centre. So what I want is to finish development and get my king out of there. I'd like to castle queenside, but I don't know if I'm going to have time because he can play d4 very quickly and blow the centre open.
Right.
So I decided to play bishop e7. Just get the bishop out on a better square, develop it, put it in front of my king so that this is a less scary line.
Yeah.
And then I can castle this move if I need to. And he played rook e1.
Okay.
Which I thought, all right. I thought,
Prepping for something.
yeah, I thought this bishop maybe is going to come here. He's going to start targeting this pawn. And he's also going to start targeting with a quick d4. So I just thought, all right, king out of there. So now if I need to, you know what I mean? I can play the rook across here. I can play the bishop up to here or to here. Although I don't need to get rid of that knight before I did that. And he did this. He played bishop to f1.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And that to me, I thought, all right, I get what you're doing. You're attacking this twice. But
yeah, but what he could have gone the other way.
Yeah, he could have put it on b5 or c4. He could have put it on a much more active square. So now I start thinking, all right, he's moved the bishop twice. He's not developed his queenside. He's attacking my pawn. Do I need to defend it? Or do I have a sort of more active way of dealing with it? And so I ended up choosing between two moves. One was bishop to here.
Right.
And the other one, I looked at this. And my idea here was, that looks a little bit tender to me.
Yeah, yeah.
So if he now tries to win this pawn by taking twice, I can actually take this, attacking his queen, right? So he's got to take it back. Then I've got bishop check. And if king takes, then queen check, and I pick up his rook.
Again, that line feels... So what have we gained there? Because that line feels to me we've sacrificed a bishop.
Okay, so his king moves out of check, and then we take the rook. So count the material now.
So we've lost a knight and a bishop for a rook and a pawn.
No, we've both got 4 pieces, but we've got a rook against his bishop.
Right, okay.
Where the exchange...
Oh, okay, just count the pieces left on the board. Okay, right, I get what you mean. Yeah, we got 2 rooks and a bishop. He's got 2 bishops. We both still got queen, and he's got 1 rook. Yeah, so we're... Or is it pretty even?
We're ahead in this position. But what annoyed me, though, was, in this position, he doesn't have to take this. He can just go king h1.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, all right, we both got 2 bishops, got 6 pawns. I'm probably doing quite well here because my pawns are a bit better than his, and my king's a little bit safer than his.
Right.
But I've lost my centre. I don't know. It didn't feel that decisive to me. And also, remember, it's this move when I'm making this decision. So I've got to choose between moving this piece which is already out, moving it again, or moving a piece that hasn't moved yet. And what I decided was to do this.
Okay. Yeah. Pinning the...
Yes. Yeah, pinning the knight. So that's one way of taking care of the attack on this pawn, is to pin one of the pieces that's attacking the pawn.
Mm-hmm.
And also, it's sort of taking advantage of his moves as well, his weird moves. That knight, that bishop was there, and he's just taking it away. So I'm taking advantage that one. I'm also threatening to come in with this knight to there and really pile up on this.
Right.
But more to the point, I've got another idea. Basically, I have to know what I'm going to do if he does this, which is what he did.
Yeah. Okay. Because if you take, he goes like that.
Yep.
And he's in a better position.
I'm not sure if he is. I can, actually.
Oh, well, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I'm just saying. Yeah, I don't actually mean he's in a better position. Uh,
Oh, his
you can
queen's in a
pull
better position.
back. Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll do that.
Yeah, and he probably technically wins a pawn there, but I don't really. I mean, he'd be wrecking his king side pawns with his king behind them, so I'd probably get
Yeah.
some all right compensation there. But here's what I spotted. Here's what I decided to do, and when I checked
Mm.
later, it was good.
Mm. Okay.
I take,
Yeah.
he takes, and now I take this
Right.
knight, and I go here, and I'm attacking this pawn.
Yeah. Forking the rooks.
Yeah, yeah. If I take the pawn, I'm forking the rooks. Now
Um.
he can defend it in a couple of ways. Yeah, he can go queen to here, or he can go bishop to here.
Yeah.
If he goes bishop there, I absolutely can wreck his pawn. I could just take it, or the other thing is that there's a version of this. Say he goes bishop here, I don't have to take it straight away. I can go knight d4, attacking his queen, and now double attacking this pawn.
Right.
But I had to decide what to do if he did this,
Oh yeah, that is
threatening
good.
mate.
Yeah. Oh yes.
And during the game, I thought I could play f5. He takes here, bishop here. He doesn't have any good checks, so you just got to move this maybe here. Maybe this is quite decent for him. I don't know. I didn't think I needed to because I can always just take on d3. But in any case, probably just taking here is the simplest.
Yeah.
And after this, his bishop's absolutely buried, and he's rook behind it. And this must be quite a lot better, I would have thought, for black, because of this weak pawn. So my long-term goal will be I'll just build up on this file against these two weak pawns. And it's in the meantime.
Well, you've still got that as well.
I do, yeah. Although he would have to go back with the queen to there to defend against the fork.
Defend it.
But he didn't do that. He played this move. And ahead of time, what the move I made is the move I intended to make, but it's apparently it's not the best. Right? What the computer likes is this, and it gets quite complicated. I had this idea. Right, first idea is, okay, what if I kick your queen to try and take you off the defense of this pawn? When he's going to go check, I'll have to move that, and then he's got to make some sort of. And here's me really badly calculating. During the game, ahead of time, I thought, can you just do that? Because I'd failed to I wasn't visualizing it well enough to see that now wasn't possible.
Oh yeah.
So in fact, he can do something like that. He can do this, and he's defending. But again, black is better here. Black is the one pushing.
Mm.
But I had this other thought. What if I just prepare it? Here's what I did. I played King H8. Which looks like a very mysterious move. But the point is that now this move won't be check.
Yeah.
And he made an absolute horrible move here. He just thought, he basically didn't see what I was doing at all. Thought, he's just moved his king. Great, I'll kick his knight away.
Right.
And that is losing immediately.
Right, because you go.
Go on.
There was the thing. Take. No.
Well, what was the move we were looking at before?
It was. All this stuff.
But why was that check before?
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you can boot the queen out.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So you do that. You're threatening queen over knight, so he has to move. But where now that's not check. Where would he move?
Well, exactly. Well, he moves to the same place, but it doesn't have the same effects. It's not check. So,
okay.
So this is what happened. I go here. Don't care about my knight. How about your queen? So he has to move the queen. He can't put it there because the knight's hitting it. He put it there anyway.
And you can go boosh.
That's that. And the game is over, right? His rooks aren't connected, so it's not just I'm not just winning an exchange. I'm winning a whole piece.
Right. Yeah.
So what he did, he went there. Which rook would you take?
Ah. Okay. I would take. Oh, I don't know. They're both so
So
juicy.
they're very, very
Oh, you
juicy.
can't.
I think one of them is much
This one,
more.
because you can't escape. Sorry, you can't escape here.
That's
Yeah,
a good reason. Yeah.
yeah.
The other reason though is that rook
Mm.
isn't doing anything at all. If we took that rook off the board, it would make no material difference to White's position right
Right,
now.
right. Yeah, it'd be
Whereas
useless. Yeah.
this rook is his developed rook, so it's much more
Mm.
valuable than the other one. But you're quite right. It also matters that the knight is actually getting back. So I took that.
Yeah.
He took this. It's quite funny. He took this, and I wrote down the move. I wrote, "Oh, knight takes e7 check," and then I just crossed the check out. It's not check, you idiot. It's just so that move is almost always check, but today it's not.
Right.
So I'd take back with the queen.
Okay.
And he played d3. Right, he's getting ready to attack the knight, which has no escape squares at the moment. So
Right.
what would you do here as black?
It's got no escape squares at the moment.
So can we make an escape square for the knight?
Yeah. I'm just seeing if there's anything else. We'll go there. Go there.
There's a slight problem with queen g5.
And that is
Yep.
So we don't do that.
We do not do that.
Not do that, but we do. Well, that's not so. That's cool, but not effective.
That's what I did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How does that? That doesn't create an escape square, does it?
It does
Oh,
because
here.
it protects that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Boom. Boom.
So I go here. He goes there, which I sort of thought he might do, and I just felt quite sorry for him now. What do you do now as black?
So that's a single attacking move. Okay.
Yeah.
What do I do? What do I do now as black?
And he resigned after my next move.
Oh my god! Really? Okay.
Yeah. So this is by way of preparing you for the tactics lesson that's coming up. Little tactic.
Yeah. Check. Okay, let's see. You threaten the rook there. With that, you check here, take,
Yeah. Any other checks?
check. Another check is that's a check.
Yeah.
Take,
Follow the line.
check, take, check, take, thing, take.
Okay.
Check, take,
Yeah. Any more
check,
checks? Yeah.
check. Oh God, brain. Uh, uh,
You getting there?
I can't get to that. Why can't I get to that diagonal?
This is like, I'll show you on the board, and there's like three, well, sort of two forks in a row. It's really, really forking
Oh.
good.
Okay. Sorry. check. Okay. Check,
Yep.
take, check,
Yeah.
move, take.
Yeah.
What do they do with the queen?
Got to move the queen. It honestly, it doesn't really matter because you're forking the
Right.
queen and the bishop.
And the bishop, right. So
So
they move the
essentially,
queen.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what happened was I played this, and he just made this. He was wearing a mask as well, so I never saw his full face, and I just heard him go, uh, and then he resigned.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, because it's just over. Because we're now like we took the rook, and the knight's coming out. Okay, he
Mm,
takes it. We take it with checks. We got a pawn. He goes there. Let's say we take this. So now we're not down the piece. We're taking the bishop.
yeah.
And we're forking again. So another fork. So he's got to deal with this somehow. Put it there, let's say. But after I take that, it takes back. We're an entire rook up,
Yeah.
which is completely hopeless for white.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, that was my over the board game
Mm.
on Monday. 17 moves,
Oh, lovely.
which is
17. Is that it?
17.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that was the last position.
Right.
So
That
that's
was
cool.
it.
So
My God.
didn't feel so bad about like wasting all that preparation.
Yeah. Yeah.
B3. Right.
Yeah.
So
It worked out in the end.
it is tactics time. We're going to start with this is now chapter 1 of the
Okay.
art of the checkmate.
Cool.
So let me see.
Gonna get a glass of water.
You grab a glass of water. I'm going to set up the first position. So this is I forget his name. Legal's name. It was something very French. It was François Antoine de Legal de Kermeur. Wow, that's a name and a half. So let's just call him Legal. This is a tactic. How this works? This book is it focuses on particular themes, particular tactics. So the tactics are just going to get basically easier to spot the more used to seeing that pattern you are. So this is a game. This is a very, very quick game. I mean, I'm happy about 17 moves. This game is 7 moves long.
Wow. Okay.
But also, this is such a useful. When I was at school, when I used to play for the chess club, this type of tactic crops up all the time.
Right.
You get winning positions really fast with it. So here's what it looks like: e4, e5, knight f3. In this game, d6, bishop c4, bishop g4. So this is a key part of the setup. Knight c3, g6. I've seen other versions with different moves here. So it is white's move now. And so let's give it over to you and see if you spot the idea of the tactic, if not the whole tactic itself.
The idea of a tactic.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Because part of this is spotting the early warning signs, having that sort of spidey sense that goes, hang on.
Danger. Well. Check. But just defends.
Well, tell you what. Rather than looking for moves, how about just discussing the position and talking a bit about what's going on?
Okay. Okay. So I assume they're looking to fianchetto.
Yes, that's their plan.
Right.
Let's have a. Who do you think's better in this position?
White has more principal pieces developed, but obviously,
yeah,
Black
by quite a long
like...
way, right? He's got 2 more pieces out, and it's his move.
Yeah, but Black looks like they're setting up for something.
Yeah,
So
Any other little tactics in the position? Like, there's only one black piece out. What is it? And what is it doing?
it's the bishop, and it's forking my queen. I don't want to bring
Not
the
forking.
bishop back. Not forking, sorry, pinning.
It's pinning. It's
I
pinning
don't
your what?
queen.
Pinning your knight. It's pinning your knight to your queen.
Oh, sorry. It's
That's all
pinning
right.
my knight to my queen. Yeah, that makes more sense. Um,
So can your knight move?
no, my knight can't move unless I defend it, but I don't want to bring my bishop back
Hang
to
on a minute. Hang
defend
on a
it.
minute. Right. When you say
Yeah,
it can't move, do you mean it legally can't, or it shouldn't?
it's a what do they call it? It's not a weak pin, a soft pin. It's a
Yeah, a
soft
soft pin
pin.
or a relative pin. Yeah, it's not an absolute
Oh,
pin. So your
no, it's
knight,
not an
your
absolute
knight
pin.
is
Yeah,
legally allowed to move.
my knight. Yes, my knight is legally allowed to move, but if I were to do that, they should take my chess card away.
You think?
Um, well, yeah, okay. Well, okay. I move. Let's see. Okay, I move. You take. I move where? I move here.
I think if you
I
move there,
take. I
you're
move
not even
there.
getting
You.
into that tactic because you could just.
Oh
Oh,
God.
no one
So
meant
that
that.
was. Yeah.
That's the
How do you
move they take your
reset?
chess card away for.
Yeah. um. Right. Okay. So, but if I move my knight, I'm vulnerable everywhere.
Yeah, well,
Uh.
again, really, really slowly. Let's talk through it. Let's say you move your knight. Let's say you move. Let's say you take this pawn.
Okay.
Now, black can take your queen, and kind of has to take your queen, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because otherwise
I
they've
would.
lost a pawn for nothing, and you're actually threatening to take their bishop.
Yeah.
And they can't just defend their bishop. You could still take it twice,
Yeah.
right? So that's basically winning for white. So they have to take your queen.
Yeah. Oh my God, are you shitting me? So
Oh,
wait,
okay, hello.
and what? And then what? You ignore the bishop now entirely.
Go on.
You check.
Where's the king go?
The king moves here,
Only has that one move, yeah? And now what
and he
move?
has that one move, and then oh no, my queen's gone. And then that check.
Can
He
he go
comes
there?
out.
Does he come out?
Well, he can't go there. Can't go back. Can't take. Can't.
Let's put it on the board. Just go
Yeah.
one move further on. Okay, white to move. That's checkmate.
Oh yeah. Didn't visualize. I've always why do I always think that the knights are attacking one square? Right. Okay.
Yeah,
This is a famous game, is it? Who
that is
did
checkmate.
this?
I think this or a similar one is a famous game. It's called Legal's Mate because Legal's the first person to sort of publish a game where he played it.
Right. Oh,
Um,
I was gonna say because whoever did this against went. That's not legal.
that move should be illegal. It's a strong French accent there.
Yeah.
I've got a degree in French, and really, there's no excuse for that. That was an Azerbaijani accent I just brushed off there. Yeah. So
Oh, we've got a Twitch. Oh no, it's want to become famous by followers and viewers on bigfollowers.com. Look at it. Playing by numbers and letters. Oh, we had some suggestions on Twitch chat. I see now.
Bishop d4. Oh, sorry. I think we've just spotted it's slightly out of time there. Sorry about that, Mike. Oh, I've set it up so I can actually see your comments as you write them. So here we go. Right, it's always worth noting if you've got this bishop pinning your knight
Yeah.
against your queen, it's not an absolute pin, and the bishop is undefended.
Right.
That's another thing, right?
I see this all the time. Yeah. So yeah, this is something I see all the time. So is there a way I can exploit it?
Yeah, let me just show you another thing, right? Let's say I'm just going to slightly change the position. there's another really good move here. I'll first show you one tactic and then a second tactic in this position, right?
Okay.
The first one, and this comes up way more often. Oh, sorry, Mike was looking at the bishop check. Yeah, that's the first thing that Jim suggested as well. You can check here. Bishop takes check. Okay, that's good to know, Mike. That's the idea. Good, you're learning. Take back. Knight check. King goes somewhere. Let's say there. Obviously, if he goes there, we've got. Let's say there.
What if he comes? What if he madly comes further into the board to attack the knight?
In here.
Yeah.
This one I think you might have a go at just checkmating the straight off. Let me just try and calculate. No, I think you still just take. Sorry, you still just take here.
Oh, okay.
Because if he sort of ignores it, then you get queen check. You can take this d4. Attack that.
Yeah.
He comes here, and that's mate.
How far out he is.
Yeah, and he gets mated really fast. So that's one. So this is this thing to remember is you can sometimes sat the bishop here so that you get the knight out of the way with check, and then you take the bishop,
right.
and then you win a pawn, and they can't castle anymore, and that's usually really, really good. But you have to make sure it's possible. Yeah. I put the knight there on purpose, right? If I put this here on purpose, let's say you went, all right, brilliant, I've got that tactic. Check. Check. And he goes, what? Yeah, shit. You're losing.
So why wasn't that doable before? Where was the knight?
Because I put a knight here.
Oh, yes. Okay, yeah.
And also, just so we know, if I played this and this, say, and you try to do it again here, check, check. Now this knight's defended by a bishop, but he can still take it. Because after you take
just
back,
do a queen exchange.
Yeah, except if you.
But he loses his bishop. Yeah.
No, white's down in piece here. Because remember, there was that initial sacrifice. So you do it to watch. It doesn't always work. But anyway, back to this position. That's the one thing I showed you is this one here, this bishop sack. You can also do this, much more spectacular.
Right.
And now, if he takes the queen, that's checkmate.
Yeah.
So these are the patterns to look at, right? But Legal's mate is this one here. Check. King up. 95. It's gorgeous, right? Just the minor pieces just swarming in the centre. Attack. Attack. So here's another example. This is another very short game. This book is full of spectacular short games. They're awesome. So this is Falkbeer, who's was a well-known master German, I think, might be Austrian. There's a line of the King's Gambit named after him, but here he's playing playing white. So just a Scotch Gambit. Okay, D6. Yeah. All right, fine. He plays this. This is kind of a typical idea, sacrificing a piece for fast development. A pawn, sorry.
Yeah.
So takes. And this is like pretty common kind of 19th century, early 20th century stuff against weaker players. Masters very often sacrifice a bit of material to get an advantage in development.
Right.
So black plays that. At which point you're going to ask, are there any tactics?
Okay, so how much is this game connected to the last game?
A little bit.
A little bit. Okay,
A
so am
little
I
bit.
looking to sacrifice my bishop?
Well, I'm just asking
And
you if that sacrifice is on at the moment.
okay, so boom, boom. Oh God,
It's all right.
boom,
I get you. I get your
boom.
meaning.
Yeah. Boom, 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 boom,
You,
boom.
I mean, yeah,
Oh,
hard to hold in
brain.
your head, right? But
Yeah.
basically,
Yeah.
you've noticed the right thing, and the right thing is it's not working.
No.
Because if you try and do this now, there's the counter. There's the counter sacrifice to the queen.
Hmm.
So he doesn't. He just gets on with his development.
Hmm.
And now, black thinking, well, I've got this pin. Let's dive in. So now white to
Okay.
play.
Now white to play.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bearing in mind, this entire chapter is called Legal's Mate, or Legal's to Sacrifice.
Oh, okay, yeah. And um no, that doesn't work.
There's so many arrows there. I don't know what you were looking. Are you looking at
All right.
what move are you looking at now?
That I was looking at that.
Problem with that is this knight on e5 is also defending f7.
Oh, of course, yeah. Um,
So that
oh,
definitely
okay.
doesn't work.
Okay.
Hang on, after what we've just seen.
Yeah, no, that didn't make. Yeah, sorry. So okay, take that.
Okay.
Take that. Take that.
Would check. So what happens? King goes there.
Checkmate.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
That's it. That's it. So you go boom, 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 boom.
Very nice.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. So Legal's mate is kind of these two horses in the center.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this
Similar
bishop
setup to
here,
this.
yeah, so it's look like that.
So this is another one. This is Pillsbury versus Fernandez. Fernandez must be fairly decent because he's got a name.
Right.
Pillsbury was a strong American player in the early 20th century. F4. All right, we've got a kind of Vienna.
Mm.
Actually, yeah, if you're playing the Vienna, this sort of stuff's going to crop up.
Right. Yeah. This crops up a lot. Yeah.
So knight f3.
This two knights with the bishop pinning is like people love it.
Yeah.
I do
It's
as
very
well.
natural. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he played a6, which is like not a good move. Bishop c4. Bishop g4. All right. Here we are.
Okay, let's go again.
So now what do we think? What do you think Pillsbury played?
Well, if I look at, I'll just run through this first. Boom, 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 or boom.
Tell you what I think this works as a shortcut to working that out. This sacrifice with the bishop to try and win this after the knight comes away. If when the knight moves, it can be taken, even if it's taken by the queen, doesn't matter however it can be taken, the sacrifice won't work, usually.
If the knight moves.
Yeah. So look, check, takes. Now when the knight moves, it can just be taken. Even though the queen's been taken, your queen's been taken as well, and you've sacked a piece.
Yeah. So I'm losing. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're just losing a piece for nothing.
Yeah. So you don't bother queen sacking. Sorry, you don't bother bishop sacking or whatever.
No, that doesn't work in this exact case.
Yeah. So okay, so going straight there doesn't work because of that.
Yeah, and also, hang on, let me think. It doesn't work for another reason as well. Let me show you. Uh,
Okay.
5. Let's say it takes the queen.
Mm.
Check. Come here.
Right. Okay.
There's no mate. I think there might be a draw. Check. He goes there. Knight check. Just come here. Check. Back there. It's a draw. You do a perpetual
Right.
check. Unless I've missed some way out. But so the reason that didn't work is because the knight's here rather than here, and on here it
Right.
covers this
Okay.
escape square by the
Yeah.
king. So it's a very particular setup, Le Gal's mate.
Mm.
So I'm asking you, if you, let's say you're going without Le Gal's mate right now.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. This is
Although,
what Pillsbury did. Pillsbury, he takes here,
yeah.
right?
So and then they take back. No, they don't. Yeah, they do. They take back.
Well,
I take
what they did
them.
was they took
They
back with
take
the
queen.
knight.
What they took back with the knight.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
El señor Fernandez ha recapturado con el caballo.
Yeah, el caballo. Yeah. So yeah. Oh, cool. Um, what's capture in Spanish?
I just may have made that up.
I thought
I
so.
think
Yeah.
you say tomar.
Tomar or saca? No, yeah. Yeah, tomar. Take. Is it take? Tomar? Spanish is awful. Okay, so he's there. So I retake.
Okay, here we go.
He takes.
Yeah.
I take.
Sakaruni, says Mike. Yeah, you got it.
Really. Uh, he goes down. I go checkmate.
Yeah, beautiful. That's what happened.
Okay.
Knight takes. Bishop takes. Check. King up. 95. So how cool is that? Mike's asking what chess program would I recommend. Do you mean like a program for learning chess, or a program like an engine, or I don't know? I'm kind of looking into this because I've
Pure chess. I've never heard of that.
I haven't heard of pure chess. No, any good?
Yeah.
Let us know. All right, this is Esri versus Warren. I have not heard of either of them. So won't worry too much about the opening. It's a lot of them are this kind of opening, right? Yeah, take my pawns. I want development.
Yeah, this is trappy, isn't it? Yeah.
F3, Bishop G4, which by now, right? If you're in a game and this turns up on the board at all, you start to get a little bit. Okay, hello.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get this all the time, so this is gonna be good. Okay. So
Now, clearly, this is a lot more solid than a lot of the ones we've seen so far. There's a pawn, there's a knight here covering the bishop.
yeah. That's fine because we're going for the. But then doesn't that, because that's blocking the queen? That means we can put our knight on there now, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's true. But I think if you did that, it wouldn't win now.
Oh, okay.
Because anyway, we'll go on because White castled here.
Okay.
Now, knight c6 keeps on developing, and now knight e5.
Right.
Now,
okay.
what do we think? This is very, very similar to the last one, right?
Okay, but we got our black bishop involved. Yeah, dark square bishop involved. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting. It's harder to see. The visualization is kind of more important. But have a go.
No. What?
Well, let's talk through trying
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I'll talk through it. So if I take, Let's. What was your rule? If this knight is able to capture, there's no point. Yeah, no, and that defends it. Yeah. So take. Yeah. So take with this knight. Boom.
Yeah. So he
There's no
takes your
checks. So
queen.
they take my queen. I go for the check here, protected. They move up one,
Yeah.
and then I move there. And then they move there,
Do they?
and then I take. No.
Yeah, exactly. Right. It
Mm,
it looks like you can't have Legal's mate because this is covered, but in fact,
mm.
after the bishop check, the king ends up here, and that means that
And
the
it's
knight is
checkmate.
pinned.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
So, do you see what I mean? It's harder to
Yeah,
see, but knight takes,
yeah.
take the queen, and it's mate in two. Check up, and now this. Yeah, there we go.
And then,
And
yeah,
that's
yeah,
again, it's really lovely, isn't it?
yeah. It's like a smothered mate, but not quite.
Well, it's like yeah, except it's not their pieces that are doing the smothering; it's your pieces
Yeah.
taking all the squares away. Cool,
Mm.
cool. Yeah, I haven't heard of pure chess. I'm always into sort of finding new things. It depends on your level as well. I think what the good techie options are for improving your chess.
Mm.
In the meantime, we've got another incredibly short game to have a look at. So
Okay.
this is Sharon versus Jean-Lo.
Oh, give me 1
E45.
second. I'm just gonna turn my heating on because it's getting very cold.
All right, finish. Do. So if you are just joining us, by the way, all of these games are going to end in very similar ways because they're all going to be a Legal's mate in some way. The same sort of pseudo sacrifice in the center. So are we back?
Right. Yep.
Okay, cool. So here this is another game played by French name versus other French name. Bishop c4, d6, knight c3. This is the other thing you're noticing, right? Is this configuration of pieces that you need for it to be there. There needs to be a knight here to come in for Legal's mate to work.
Yeah.
h3. Okay.
Okay. And then okay.
Bishop there. Oh, I see. Right. Okay, I was thinking it didn't work, but there's a little trick.
Right.
I'll show you through the game, and so this looks a bit different, right? He did this, and you kind of think, well, I mean, what happened in the game was he took the queen. And you go, well, now you get mated, mate. We know this.
Right, yeah.
We've studied this.
Yeah.
Check. Boom.
Yeah.
But at first I was thinking, but that doesn't work, right? He just takes that.
Right.
Do
Yeah.
you see what happens after the queen takes this, knight takes that, white to play?
Oh, you just go back. No.
Because it looks like black's up a piece, which he is, but we can win it back. Yeah, nicely spotted. Double attack. Boom. Check. And all of this has netted white a pawn. So this is much better. So there we go. There's an extra way it works. And that explains why in this position he played this. Because if you tried to make it work straight off, takes that. First of all, this is protecting that. So like now
Right.
white's just got nothing. He's just given a knight for like that just looks insane.
Yeah.
So that doesn't work. But after this, we have that little tactic at the end. So yeah.
Right. Yeah.
After that, there's that.
I mean, no one at my level. Go back a few moves.
Here.
Yeah. And like when you take that, nobody at my level is not doing this.
Okay, yeah.
they, they,
But that is
they,
terrible.
they go, oh my God.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Maybe
No,
if you want to win a few games like that, but I will. I
yeah.
cannot, in all conscience, recommend that you allow Black to do that because you lost, right? White's just losing now.
Yeah. But then I know they're cheating. I know they're cheating in that.
Well, they might not
No one of
be.
my
They might not
no,
even notice. Might not
no,
even
no.
notice the queen's hanging. They just go, "Oh, taking that."
Oh, I mean, okay, fair enough. Yes, that's true. They may not even notice the queen's hanging. That could
That
be
could be the
a
move of a
thing.
good or terrible player for totally different reasons.
Yeah, yeah. But they've pinned the knight, so they're looking for the knight to move. They're looking because also at my level, you're also kind of half expecting the other person to be really stupid.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
you're
the other
like,
thing is here, Black's, I guess threatening knight d4, so h3 is a really natural move.
right,
Um,
okay.
and
Yeah.
I'd be
Completely natural.
interested to
Yeah,
know.
but
Yeah, you probably
he
should
needs to kick.
take
Yeah,
take knight
that would
d4,
happen quite a bit.
forcing. Did you play? Oh, I was going to say forcing queen d1. There's a slight problem with that, mate.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, wow, that was dumb of me.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. Yeah.
Okay, so there's an example. So this is the second variation of it, they say. And it says another legal's mate happens when there's a piece in front of the king. In that case, the queen's knight is not necessary. That's to say, you don't always need this.
Mm.
So we have another one. Oh, okay. This is a weird one. Knight e2, which I've never faced, I don't think. Knight f6, that was natural. d3, bishop c5. This is already looking ropey as hell for white. Here we go. So you already know that you can win a pawn, right? As black.
Right.
Black is the one playing now.
Yeah.
Because you can go
Well,
check,
you win a pawn, but yeah, loser. Yeah.
check, and take back.
Right. Okay.
So you've won, you're up material.
Yeah.
But also there's the more spectacular variation of it, which is this.
Lovely.
And after that, just mate. So there's the the secondary rule, right? If he covers this square, as long as there's still something here, you don't need the other knight to come in with the checkmate. You could do it with just one knight and a bishop.
Yeah. Damn.
So that's kind of cool.
Can you only do that from Black's perspective?
No. It works for everybody.
Works for
where are we? So second variation number. These are all examples of the same thing, right? So let's get to the relevant position. Not worrying too much about that. Okay. It's a strange game. Bishop g5, knight f6, knight b2, castles. Okay. So in this position, let me just have a look for a minute.
Right. Okay. Mate, in this position.
So it's another example of allowing what looks like a brutal build-up on this pin knight.
Right.
But let's give it over to you, Jimmy. What's your move here?
Okay. So, following the checks. Yeah.
It's Black's move, right?
Oh, it's Blacksmith.
Yeah.
Oh, am I doing it from Black's perspective?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, sorry. All right, okay. So, other way around. But that's so take that, but then you can take there though.
Yes.
You
can. So what else are you going to look at given that
okay, yeah,
there
sorry. Now we're flipped. So boom.
Yeah.
Assuming you're gonna take that.
Now.
Oh, and then just no,
Is that checkmate?
No, it's not checkmate.
Right. Is anything checkmate now? There's this rook working its way down here. Yeah, nice. Checkmate.
Yeah, lovely.
So that's, again, a bit harder to see. But
Mm.
what makes these things hard to spot is that you're not looking for them a lot of the time. Whereas if you go, oh, does that work? You go, oh, no, it doesn't. Ah, does it? Hang on. 94. He takes my queen. I take it there. He's got to go there. Oh, my God. It's protected by the rook. Do.
Yeah, checkmate, yeah. And you're getting a checkmate down a queen,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is
yeah.
definitely, definitely not had any of those games.
Oh, super satisfying.
Mm.
You will after that. So that was Horwitz Bledov. This is Bürger Fröhlich in Austria, 1888. This is. So this is White's the one doing the checkmating here. Bishop 5, Bishop G4. Have we learnt nothing?
Oh, why is there a question mark next to it?
Question mark means bad move.
Yeah, I was just, why is it? Yeah.
I don't know why that's because
Why it's popped up this time, yeah.
There's 95. Okay, so we're not.
Okay. Oh, okay. So you do this one this time.
Hang on. This looks C3. So we're just getting into the position where things become relevant. Here we go. Now there's a whole new little element now.
Okay, from whose perspective? Black's?
It is White's move.
White's move. Okay. Whole new element. Okay.
Yeah. So what's the thing what's the thing that there's this loose looking bishop.
Yeah.
There. So we have a lot of the elements in play. This bishop's on the right diagonal, but there's a knight in its way.
Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. So, okay, yeah, so I should talk through it. If I take, then just take with the queen.
Yeah.
And defend that square. By going up
Tell you
there.
what, I will make the first move. And then see if you can spot it, because if this is a pattern you haven't had before, I don't want to make this sort of like these are really hard for you. The idea is to build you into it so you find them much easier to spot.
Yeah.
So White does this. Right, very similar. We've seen it before. Black goes, oh my God, a free queen. Now I will ask you to see if you can find the mate in 2.
The mate in 2. Okay.
Yeah. There's a kind of if only element to this. Like if only that, you're looking at the right stuff, and you've spotted what's wrong with knight takes c7. I see.
Yeah. And then,
so basically, if we could put this into words, you're saying if this knight was not there, we would have mate in 1. Right.
This knight was not there, we'd have mate in 1. Yeah, of course. Okay. So we just need to get. So we just need to get rid of it and get rid of it somewhere. But then we've also got this bastard.
Exactly. So you need to get rid of it.
Oh, and this one.
Yeah, true. So you need to get rid of it with check. And you've already tried to do that. I think you found it. There you go.
Just that? Yeah.
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 Play it.
Okay, so boom.
Check.
Boom. Boom.
Checkmate. Yeah, nice.
Checkmate.
So that's not that hard to see, is it? Once you're aware there's a lurking mate, suddenly you're kind of motivated to find, right, what do I need to do to make that happen? And it's this move. You correctly tried this one. That looks very strong, but it has the disadvantage of allowing of changing the king's position. And what we like about the king's position is that it's lousy. It's really boxed in.
It's immovable,
Yeah.
And they can't, and because it's they literally have to take the knight.
Yeah, there's no other
no
other alternative. which is cool, and obviously it's harder to see it from a move
Oh,
away. From to
I did something similar. I was playing a guy with a thing, and he was just like destroying me.
Right,
Or just probably destroying is too strong a word, but he was destroying me. But I noticed he left himself open to a back rank checkmate.
okay,
So I just got it into that position where it was just like, well, as soon as I do this move, there's three checks and then a checkmate, and there's nothing else possible in the game.
right,
You get what I mean?
yeah,
So I
yeah,
was
yeah,
just
yeah,
like, I did that, and I was just like, oh, you like, I was like, oh, you poor sod, because even in the analysis afterwards, his accuracy was higher than mine, but I still
just
won.
that last thing.
Yeah.
It will win you a lot of points having that kind of killer instinct, even if the rest of your
Mm.
game's shaky.
Mm.
And when I was a kid, first went to the chess club, I only had really one idea. I
Right.
just had checkmate. And the first
Yeah.
couple of games I played against better players, I just kept trying to set up checkmate, and I was horribly losing. I didn't know what I was doing, but I kept, and eventually they missed one. And they must
Right.
have
Yeah.
thought I
Yeah.
was playing almost randomly. But I just didn't have any other idea about what was going on. I didn't know anything about like strategy or development or any other tactics or winning material.
Yeah.
And obviously they both like absolutely trampled me later. But in the
Yeah.
first time I ever played them,
Yeah.
I beat them. So there we go.
They're like, what the fuck?
Uh, so this is another variation on that theme. E45. 3 nights game, this is called, for reasons lost to time. 96. Castles, D6, 95. I'm racing through the openings because basically they're not always that good.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
point
Yeah.
is to
No,
get to
sure.
the position where the tactics happen. Bishop G4.
Yeah.
Okay, Spidey sense is already tingling, right?
Oh yeah, here, yeah. I'm just saying, I am Brixton, London. Says hi. How you doing? I'm Brixton,
Brixenden,
UK.
UK. Hey, Brixton, not
On
too bad.
UK.
Not
No.
too bad.
Okay. So danger levels. We got danger levels here.
Yeah, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. I'll stop the game when it's time.
Okay.
Here we go. Oh, Brandon, thank you.
Oh, Brad.
Yeah, you're just sort of censoring the A in your name. Brandon, but I don't want anyone to know how it's spelt. Family secret. D3 and 97. That to me is proper. This
Right,
setup with the
okay.
knight there, because already you can wreck the pawns. If there's nothing else on, you can wreck the pawns just taking on F6.
Taking on F6.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry, taking
Oh,
this
okay.
knight.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. So.
and yeah, for the record, Brandon is definitely easier to say than Brixton, UK.
So if I take two.
The
No.
X makes him feel special.
Brand UK. Let's take. So take.
Yeah, can do. That's absolutely possible. But let's because we are now aware.
Yeah.
Of the. I'm going to have a go at trying to get you to solve it. Although again, these are relatively difficult. Can we work out whether or not knight can take that? Yeah.
No.
Well, that's the biggie, right? Is the let me show you one variation, just so you're aware. If takes
Right.
takes, you just think, well, not tonight. But you can, if nothing else, you can go check, takes. So you're not losing material if he just takes the knight back.
Right. Okay.
Does that make sense? This is
Yeah.
a totally different sort of tactic, which we'll get onto at a future date. But you take the defender with check, so this bishop is lost. So just so we know that much, if he takes
But
back
that's
there, we're
only if
fine.
they reply, with taking
Yeah.
that.
The key thing really
Why
is
wouldn't
what
they just do
happens if he
that?
takes your queen. Yeah.
Yeah.
So talk me through it.
So what happens if they do take? So if they do take the queen,
Yeah.
what? Then it's
Hang on.
check.
No cheating. No making it
Oh,
on the board.
oh, sorry.
We'll
Oh, yeah,
start from
sorry.
here. We'll start from here.
Visualize. Yeah.
Yeah.
So take, uh, uh, check.
Okay. So knight
Uh,
takes this knight takes the knight on f6, right?
yeah. So
Then you've got
that takes the knight on
yeah.
f6. That takes the pawn takes the knight on the white knight on f6. The bishop comes in and takes the pawn on f7, checking. Can't move there. His only escape square is f8.
That's correct. Yeah.
Uh, and who's left? Then we still got this guy left.
Which
Uh,
guy?
this guy.
There's so many. There's so many circles. Agreed.
Oh, okay, yeah. This guy.
Yeah. There's another piece as well that can suddenly get involved. Yeah.
Okay. Fuck. Let's.
Okay. I'm going to walk through it. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Check.
Okay.
Takes.
Take. Bishop.
Do you see it now?
Oh, right.
Checkmate.
Checkmate. So bishop from all the other side across the board. I get you. Yeah, no, I really wasn't visualizing that.
Yeah, no, it's tough because a lot of stuff changes, a lot of like structural stuff changes, and that's hard to adjust in your kind of mind's eye. But it gets easier with practice. Week going not bad, Brandon. Cheers. How are you? I've got to say, I would like to know for sure what happens if he just doesn't take. If he does that, is it still fine? And immediately you're going to notice there's nowhere for the king to go. So worst case scenario, we can go check, and he has to give his queen up.
Oh yeah.
Takes, check, back there. We can take this now, and we're a piece up, right? Because if he takes that, we take that, and if he tries if he tries to escape with this, we hit it again.
Cool.
And if he does escape with it, we escape with our knight. There.
Yeah.
And we're good. So a piece up. So it does work, the combination. So there we go. There's from here. This is a slightly different variation again on this thing, but that's another real spider sense. And then this is a mate in two. Should burn into your brain. Checkmate.
And yeah, that's a sexy dark squared bishop.
It's nice, isn't it? That's a good first move to make for any piece. So second variation. Yet again. Here we go. That move sucks.
Computer does not like that.
Yeah. Is that mate forced if bishop takes... Oh, the previous one. Sorry, let's pop back. Which one are you talking about, Brandon? If bishop takes... If bishop takes what? This is the problem with you being a little bit later than us. If bishop takes queen, mate is bishop takes queen. After this, it's not fully forced. No, it's forced if he takes that. Now it's forced mate, check, and mate. If he doesn't take back, if he just moves the king, as we discussed, then the move would be check, and he has to give up his queen, like this. And after this, there's a piece hanging there. I don't know why it's giving an arrow. God, if
Yeah,
that's the best move. Did you do that?
No. I think I drew that
Oh,
just
right.
as a thinking arrow,
Well, it's a
and when you
terrible
go
arrow.
back to the positions, yeah.
Yeah, and although we sacrificed our queen, we end up a piece. Like, that's the best that black can do is to lose a piece. All right, so this is here we are on the second example again. So I spot some light square weaknesses. Queen e7. All right, this guy is not good. Castle. What should I do first? My queen, I think. To e7, I think. Nothing can ever go there. Ah! Bishop g4. Knight d5. c3. I quite like c3. It's just sort of like, I think I'll just keep this centre. Knight ge7. Yeah. This is looking terrifying. This looks already like... I'll tell you for why. Yeah, because these squares are so ropey, and this is in the way, and there's a weak pawn here. So here's what happened. Pawn takes, knight takes, and I'm going to hand it over to you, mate.
Okay, cool. Let's see what I can do.
So knight takes knight.
Yeah, no, yeah, out loud thinking.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Knight takes knight, and bishop then
bishop takes
queen.
Yeah,
presumably. So then we got to get this knight out of the way. So we go over here.
Beautiful.
But then he's got a choice of two. If he takes with this, then his queen's left undefended. So he takes that, I assume. And the queen's not left undefended, but the queen's anyway. Takes that with that horse. That horse is still there. Brings us available to do that. And that is checkmate.
That is checkmate. Yeah, there we go.
Let's
put it on the board.
So put that on the board. Yeah.
Takes.
Oh my God, the computer's like, you moron. Like, that's hilarious.
I think somebody else has added these question marks. I think whoever put the study together first.
Yeah. The queen was taken. Yeah. Ugh.
I'm not quite sure what you meant about which way you can take. After this, there's literally no move except for taking it. Like, the king has no squares whatsoever. He just has to take and then checkmate. Beautiful.
Oh, right. Yeah, because it was check. Yeah, it was check. Yeah.
Of
course. Mm.
So, yeah, that's cool.
Of course.
Brandon's been very nice about both our ratings in a way, because I am not 2,500 and you're not 1,400. But both of us will be.
Yeah.
Both of us will be. That's the plan.
Readers, I don't know names, but the guy on top seems like, so you're the guy. Yeah, he's teaching me.
Yeah, that's what this is. But you are inflating both of our ratings.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, 1,400. That's interesting.
Let's do this. Well, you will. Yeah, as you get better at spotting these, your tactics is going to go through the roof, man.
Yeah.
This was like a reverse Stafford Gambit, I guess. D6 castles.
Computer's not liking any of this.
All right, what do we think?
Oh, damn it! I can read the things now. All right.
This is a third variation. Right. This is when there's no knight here or here.
There's no knight there or there. Yeah. Yes. So if I take
possible. Yeah.
If I take on that, check. He comes forward.
He comes up.
Check.
Nice.
He checkmate.
Checkmate. Beautiful, man.
Checkmate. Yeah.
Okay, so let's in this position an hour and a half ago. Do you think you would have found knight takes e5, bishop takes d1, bishop f7, king e7, bishop
absolutely
g5?
Not. My thinking in this position here at the start of the lesson, or would be I would still think we're like basically at the start of the game and we're developing pieces.
Yeah,
Like I would move what would look like this looks good to me. This looks good to
that's
me.
interesting. The first thing you made loses a piece. That loses a piece because
Yeah,
takes.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. But just on instinct, I would sit and think about it for a while, and I think I would notice that. But um,
But
but you're
yeah,
right.
the
That
fact
does lose a
the
piece,
fact is
doesn't
that
it?
White's
Yeah.
doing very very well. And White's so far ahead in development. I think when you're this far ahead in development, you have to have a sort of real killer. Come on,
Right. Yeah.
it's
That
like sort
that
of
that looks good to me.
uh
Threatening checkmate in next move. That's
yeah, that
probably
might.
probably what I would do.
I mean, it probably wins a pawn. Um,
But how can you defend that? Oh, you just
well,
come up
Queen
here.
D7, Bishop E6, Bishop H5. The Bishop E7.
Mm,
Bishop
yeah.
E7 is dodgy because Queen takes. Look, I'll show you what I mean. Like, okay, let's say you play here. There's Queen E7 defending it. Then you have this, and you're winning the Rook here
Yeah.
because you can't defend it. Whereas if he goes Queen D7, you. Oh, actually, he still can't. Sorry, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Total optical illusion. He can't do this. Why not?
Because damn, and then bam.
I,
Oh no.
no.
Damn. Why can't you do this? Because no.
That's cool, Brandon.
Check.
Where's your tournament? Online or real life? You cannot check there, right? Because be careful, there's a bishop.
Uh
But what do you notice about the alignment of the king and the queen?
yeah. Oh, pin there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you win the queen.
Uh,
So this looks pretty good as well, right? So Queen D5.
uh,
Yeah, you might be forced into something horrible. Like I mean, I'm not going to turn the engine on, but like Queen C8, allowing this and then giving yourself a. Well, no, that's death as well, right? Because that's checkmate.
yeah.
Um. So. Uh.
But yeah,
Let's
but
say
yeah,
you
no,
got a
that
bishop,
like
bishop
in
E6 then, and now
yeah.
either
Anyway,
this.
my point was
Yeah, yeah,
before these sessions, I would still think we're just approaching the mid game.
yeah.
Like nowhere near checkmating.
Yeah, but in fact, a
And
lot of what
and
happens on the lower levels is people just don't. They miss all these chances.
yeah, and this I would be looking to kick out the bishop. Ugh, stop it.
Yeah.
Be looking to kick out the bishop, if anything, or defending it here. I would not be. That wouldn't have come across my mind.
That's cool. Brandon is in the final of an under 2200 chess championship.
Oh wow.
So there we go. Yeah, takes up forced. That's checkmate. So this is the third variation of the legal sacrifice. Let's move on to the next one. Okay. Bipping through. Petrov. Stafford Gambit. This happens a lot online as well. Thanks to Eric Rosen, a lot of people play the Stafford Gambit. D3. That's a good move. Bishop C5. Bishop G5. Okay, black to
Right.
move.
Black to move.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wait, this is just the reverse of before, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's the same pattern.
Yeah. So. Oh no. Arrows.
Okay, so you got knight takes e4, bishop takes queen, bishop takes f2 check, king e2, and bishop g4 mate, right?
Yeah.
That is what happened. Check. Mate.
I swear to God, if I don't manage to do this to somebody,
Ha!
before next week.
Once you like, that'd be so cool. Yeah, if you manage to get one before next week, that'd be
I,
awesome.
I, I'm also convinced I will because I just see that soft pin bishop knight thing so much.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. People go, "Oh, I'm pinning you," and then it realised
Yeah.
that sometimes the piece that is pinning is really vulnerable.
Mm.
Um, right, this is another game. Paris, 1887. But you knew that. Um, Bishop G4, man. Yeah, it's this early pinning with a yeah. So now let's say you make a nothing move here. This is the idea is takes, and there's no mate because there's this, but you still have that.
Right.
Check and an attack here. So you still
Oh, I tell you what this reminds me of as well.
go on.
Fried liver? The fried liver attack?
A little bit, yeah. Well, it comes down to how weak the f7 pawn can be for black, particularly for both sides. But
Right.
it's white's usually ahead in development, so it's more often white mating black. But again, at the lower rating levels, people play the opening so badly, and they don't develop the pieces quickly enough. And here we go, knight f6. This looks dodgy as hell. Takes there. Right, knight c3. Takes. Okay, so again we've got a situation with no kingside knight,
Right.
and he castles. So this is a slight variation on the theme. Black does this, and we hand over to Jimmy.
Okay, black does this. So I'm looking to knight takes knight. Bishop takes queen. Bishop takes pawn, forcing the king to move out. This square is covered. That brings my dark bishop out, checking and mating.
And mating, yeah.
Yeah.
Sticking on the board. Knight takes. Yeah. If you take this, it's mate as well, because that's protected by the rook. So that's the only move. And bishop g5 is mate. But yeah, obviously the more spectacular one is to sack the queen. Check. Up and check.
Yeah, what's
into
Brandon
mating.
said?
He's talking about the previous chapter, which I don't really want to go back to. 1940
Okay, okay, here you go. Here's a quick the X in the chess annotations.
Oh yeah,
What does that mean?
it means takes.
Oh, it means takes.
Yeah, so knight x e5 means knight takes e5. Knight takes whatever's on e5.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
EX.
Sorry, I there's so much of this stuff I don't even think to explain. So like, just obviously ask away if there's anything like that. You know
Yeah,
how
no,
you know how to write down castling.
Yeah, 0-0. Yeah.
0-0 if it's kingside castling, or if you castle long, castle on the other side, it's 0-0-0.
Oh, okay.
Or I've heard people say O to O or O to O to O.
Ah, O to O, yeah.
All right, here we go. This is a fourth variation, which says it doesn't need to mate outright, but gives a decisive advantage that will win the game. So here we go. E4, D5. Again, we'll skip through the moves that get us there. That's a Scandinavian. It's called 96. G4, D5, 95. Oh, okay.
Right.
Now, this soft pin stuff, right? You must have a bit of an idea of what we're looking at here. But now, it must seem very different.
Yeah, because there's no bishop in the waiting place.
Yeah, yeah.
Although if I check,
yeah.
Sorry, if I check Okay, that's an absolute pin. So then come up here. So then take
So you're talking about
to
taking the
then
knight?
uh oh no, go back. Yeah, no, sorry. Originally it was this, this, this. No,
Okay.
no, yeah, this, that.
Okay, which isn't mating, sadly, but it's a nice idea. Um,
Okay, so
but
what? So
yeah,
if
you're
we
along the right lines. But it's even nicer. Um,
okay, so if we take
yeah,
so if the knight takes knight, bishop takes
bishop takes
queen.
queen.
Oh, okay, and then you check.
Yeah, and now there's
He has to
only.
bring the queen
He
out,
doesn't have to.
does he not?
No, he's got to
Oh,
put the
bring
pawn in the way.
no, the bishop's so down here.
But there's a pawn.
Ah, fucking idiot. Um, pawn, pawn. Let's what? Come back to here. So, do no. Oh, take.
I'll show you.
Yeah, show me. Yeah.
Takes bishop takes d1. Check. Pawn in the way. You can really see, right, that hang on, are you doing this?
Yeah, sorry, that was me. Going,
Yeah,
was that it though?
it's similar, yeah. Pawn in the way, and just pawn takes. And
Yeah.
here's the issue. There's not a hell of a lot that you can do as black to defend. You can stop it being checkmate, I think.
Right.
For example, there's this line here, a6. You can attack the bishop, so that for example, after check, you can take that.
Well, then
And
you're
then
winning.
you are winning your rook and making queen, but the queen gets taken back, and it's not so clear. Although I think it's quite a lot of play there, but you don't even have to. You can go c7 check, attacking the queen, and it's discovered check. So then takes, then we do that, then we do that, and now there's also that's hanging at the end. So white is a piece up and winning.
Right.
What happened in the game was that black did this, trying to get out of the way. But
Okay.
the problem with that is check, right? So it's check from the bishop.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what would you do here? White.
Now you just have a queen.
You can do that. There's an even better move. That
Oh
move
my
that you
God.
said. I mean, I'm sure 9 out of 10 people would do that, and you are totally winning. Checkmate.
Oh yeah.
Is that sweet?
Yeah.
Gorgeous little checkmate. So that is it's. I think that's quite a lot harder to see that this check is completely devastating, but it really, really is.
Yeah.
No, nada que hacer.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So that was that. There's one more chapter, I think. Yeah, one more chapter. So let's go.
Oh, all right.
Find a chapter E6. We've got a queen side one. So that's oh, I have played this exact game so many times. I've just seen what happens in the game, and the reason is it's just an opening trap. But when I was in my kind of late teens, early 20s, I had a chess computer from before the days when chess computers were insanely strong. I had one of these like a board that you pressed the pieces down on it and it registered the move and it told you what. And it probably played to about sort of 1800, 1900 standard.
Right.
But it had an issue that they don't have anymore called the horizon effect, which is it can only see this far ahead because it's only got this much RAM. And if the trap that you're setting is deeper than that,
right,
it absolutely fucks itself because it does not see ahead of time. It goes, I'm a piece up, and then 2 moves later, No, I'm not. It's like it does that.
Yeah.
So this is a well-known opening trap. You see, so this is from the Queen's Gambit. There's a pin here, another of these soft pins, relative pins. He takes, and here's the trap. Right, the trap is for white to go, well, I'm taking this pawn, taking this central pawn. That was the whole point of my pin, was to attack your central pawn. So I'm taking it. And I will hand over to you for the final time.
So this is black. Yeah.
Black to move.
Black to move. And we're still looking at sacrificing. So take. Take.
Yeah.
Check.
Yeah. And there's only one way out of the check.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Take.
Yeah.
Take.
Yeah. And then there's one piece hanging. Can you remember where it is? One more thing for black to take.
How the bishop? But how can I take it? What was the
bishop?
Oh, this is moved. Look, my king's not moved though, so
Yeah.
can't take it with that.
You can take it with the king. Yeah.
Oh, can take the king.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah.
And if you kind of, the smoke clears and you're left with an extra piece. Takes. Just, wow, you idiot. And then check. And they go, oh, God. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Damn you. And it ends here. But yeah,
See, I would calculate to there though, and just think I'm losing material.
As black.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you take it at the end. Yeah, it is. I mean, the clearer your visualization, the easier it is to know how much is left on the board. But again, yeah, black's up a piece for a pawn here. And I used to, I had a book called "Why You Lose at Chess" by a guy called Tim Harding, I think. And and one of the chapters was why you lose to your chess computer, and it had this thing about traps that computers always fall into. And at that point, in I guess the 80s, maybe 90s, yeah, probably was the 90s. At that point, it always fell into this trap. So as black, I would play this, and every time the computer would go, it was like a perfect tactician, 3 moves ahead.
Yeah.
But if it's just a bit more than 3 moves, I guess it would get this far.
And the computer would always take.
And go, yeah.
And then.
Well,
and
it's
then
at this point, it just thinks, ah ha ha. And then it's too late. Everything's forced anyway.
Right.
So takes back. But it's this thing, I think, to notice that this diagonal is absolutely, totally vulnerable.
Yeah.
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 So there you go. Brandon's saying he's been playing for 9 months and he's 1800. That's quite good going.
Jesus. Very good, yeah.
Yeah, that's good going. The Arthur Yusupov books, yeah, they are excellent. Yeah, I'm going to get the orange
Arthur
one
Yusupov.
soon, or is it the green one?
Oh.
Yeah, they're kind of complete chess courses. There's a beginner one, intermediate one. There's 3 or 4 of them. I forget how many, but they're very good and they're complete. And they are, if not all, but certainly the first 2, I think, are available as courses on Chessable.
Okay.
So they're
cool.
Yeah, they're good, and they're good, very kind of full chess education.
Oh, okay.
But this stuff, there's a lot of this kind of stuff in the first couple of books, because this is where you need to be really sort of sharpening up, is knowing what to look for, knowing when tactics are on the board. So here we go. Yeah, we have done Legals, mate. We've done our first chapter of the Art of Checkmate. So I think that's quite cool now that you sort of, you're going to be developing a spidey sense of, when these soft pins happen, are they actually an opportunity for you to just have a quick win?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Great.
Cool, cool. Excellent. Right.
And Legal's his name, is it? That was it. Yeah.
Legal was his surname, such as it was. Yeah, I looked up. His name
Right.
was Kermur de Legal. And I think it was even longer than that. François Antoine de Legal de Kermur. De Kermur. Yeah.
And
I've really noticed that
okay,
if you go
cool.
back ahead, go back far enough, you look at the names of people playing. But the names are
Mm.
massive, man.
Right.
They've all got sort of, they've all got these massive names. Yeah,
Right.
tattoos weren't
Middle
that popular
names.
then, I guess, because you would have to just have it start all the way
Yeah.
around your head and back down one time. So yeah. Cool. All right, so shall we leave it there?
Cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My brain is spent.
Sure.
I
Yeah,
need
I
to
think
make,
we
I've
need
got a
to.
gig later, so I need to make some
Oh,
food.
cool.
That's
Excellent.
just.
I will have a good gig,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I will
Hopefully it'll go well.
see you for the next. We should have some sign off, and we'll say,
Yeah.
and happy chessing or some really cheesy. Good chess to you.
Yeah.
All right, man. Cool.
Although you can, and well, something to do about going or like, I don't know, going home back to your castle or something like that.
Yeah, or just something to do with what we've been studying. And remember, keep it legal.
Yeah. Don't be a folk bear. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Right. See you, man.
Okay. All right. See ya.
Bye, everybody.